meetings. I got the Quorum Court meeting for Sebastian County tonight at 7 o'clock. Thank you for coming here and sharing with us tonight.
Thank you for coming.
If anybody that knows me knows I love quotes, and one of my favorite quotes is all Wendell Holmes, who said, "Even the dog knows when he's being stumbled over and when he's being kicked." Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.
Sorry,
Thanks for coming.
No.
Chip. Take care, buddy.
Yes, sir.
It does seem to be real clear, even though I think there are some opinions on this, that if you have a committee of a public body, that is still a meeting of a public body.
That's the better interpretation, yes.
But it's not real clear in the law.
Correct. Right, so the case law and the Attorney General opinion, there is one Attorney General opinion that essentially says if you have a committee of a public body, that should constitute a public meeting. A colleague, my co-author on the book, the second one, Rick Pelt-Steele, basically his view on that is if that committee is operational, meaning if they wind up effectively making the decisions of the public body, that should be interpreted as that being the governing body, and therefore should be open to the public as well.
I'm willing to believe that, it's hard to get that enforced.
It's hard to get a lot of FOIA.
Which is my next question or concern is there really aren't any good penalties for violating and not any good enforcement provision for just an ordinary citizen. And that's a real problem for somebody to pursue. I've dealt with this since the early 70s successfully, but I've had to go for a bureau legislative audit. I've had to hire an attorney. That's expensive for just a layperson.
I agree 100% with that.
And you call the Consumer Protection Agency, that's the Attorney General's office, they say, well, we can't sue a fellow another government entity. So there's no enforcement provisions in there for people like myself, just a layperson.
I agree. The biggest challenge in the FOIA right now is that it's exceedingly difficult for a layperson to do it. Now, I will comment on that, but before I do, because I don't want to suggest you can't. And I'll tell you an interesting story. Interesting to me, at least. Illinois has an interesting procedure that they put in place fairly recently, which is where a citizen can go to the Attorney General. Now remember, the Attorney General represents the government, not you, and they're not independent, but they are somewhat removed from whatever entity you are seeking the records from. And so they put out, part of their job is to put out opinions as to whether entities should turn over certain records. And they have put out a number of very good opinions that say that state entity was wrong. So it's not as if they always agree with the state entity. So I like to say that when they don't agree with the state entity, it's really powerful because it's another state entity saying the first state entity got it wrong. When they do agree with the state entity, I think it's of less value simply because it's the state representing the state. So that's kind of their default position. I'm not suggesting they get those wrong, though, because they don't. They get most of them right. I think they generally do a good job at it. They're not always right. I think they generally do. So in Illinois, for example, you could go before an informal hearing at the Attorney General. But here, you can't get an Attorney General opinion as the average, as an ordinary citizen. And that would be a big help. If you go to the Attorney General and they evaluate it and they say, hey, state entity, you're wrong, you get your records. If they say, hey, state entity, you're right, well, you're back where you started at, right? You still could theoretically sue, and I'll tell you about something that in a moment. But what you can do is have a legislator make the request. So I don't know who replaced Frank, but you find your local legislator and you say, here's a draft letter that I would like you to send to the Attorney General to give us an opinion on this issue as to why these records haven't been turned over. And then they have to answer. No time limit, but they have to answer. And a colleague of mine and I got that done when we both sought records from the university. The Attorney General ruled in my favor, opined in my favor, opined against my colleague. The university later said they didn't, that the AG didn't opine in my favor, notwithstanding that the day after I got the opinion from the AG, the university turned over the records that I had been looking for. hey, I'll take that loss every day, right? Now, about suing, it's not easy, but I will tell you this. There's a woman who sued pro se, meaning without a lawyer, went all the way to the Supreme Court and won on the FOIA. And her first name is Partney. I remember that name because she changed her name. She has had some interactions with the law in the past, and Partney is entrapped, spelled backwards. And she won a big FOIA case. I think it was the one, don't hold me to it, but I think it was the one that said there's no limit on what you can request. Like, you can't have the government can't say, well, that's too big. I think that was her case, but I'm not sure. But it was a big FOIA case. So it's not easy. I grant you that.
So,
Yes, sir.
who determines